Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. In previous lecture, I discussed I was discussing economic policies and I discussed Green Revolution, which was relevant to you can say Green Revolution in which was comprised by two land reforms and farm mechanization. So in this lecture, we shall discuss the economic policies, strategies and operations with special reference to industry. So it is a fact that Ayyub Khan's government during the Ayyub regime, the economic growth rate was very good, and you can see the table. The growth rate, overall growth rate in 1949 to 59 was 2.5%, while during Ayyub Khan the growth rate was 1959 to 969 was 5.6%. In case of agriculture, in 49 to 59 the growth rate was 1.4%, while in 1959 to 1969 this was 3.9%, while large scale manufacturing, so 59 to 69 was 12%, a big growth rate in the large scale manufacturing. So in case of increase in population, you can see that was 49 59 that was 2.3, while 59 to 69 it was 3%. So this was a good growth rate. So the economic development was accelerated, no doubt. However, so other aspect of this growth was the wealth accumulated and industrial assets accumulated in 22 families due to the policies of the government. And it is very interesting that maximum benefit went to the Karachi. So in previous lecture we discussed the most of the tubers and tractors were provided in Punjab. So the whole price of tractors and tubers was equal to 2-3 units of the industry. So the maximum benefit went to the Karachi, and there are many reasons of it, because the Karachi was port and it was easy to import and export and easy to install industry there, and big states were sitting over there and they preferred to install industry there. And industrial culture was created in Karachi, so maximum benefit went there. While in Punjab, you can say the Faisalabad, at that time Lyalpur, the cotton industry was installed. So big cotton industry colony textile was installed in Multan as well. However, the industry was installed in Pakistan, and there were 22 families who are occupying maximum assets. As far as industrial assets are considered, 86% industrial assets were occupied by the 22 families. Insurance funds, 70% insurance funds were property of the 22 families. 80% bank assets, they were also occupied by the 22 families. These were Daouds, Mamans, Sagals, so these packages and that and that. Industry was imported, and how the benefit was provided to the 22 families, because the basic interest of the government or basic strategy of the government was to enhance, to raise the growth rate. So the public welfare or distribution of money and other things were not in the agenda of the government. So they were of the opinion, when the industry will grow, the opportunities of employment will also grow. So in this way, the benefit will ultimately go to the general public. This was the policy of the government. So industry was imported through bonus voucher scheme. Through the bonus voucher scheme, the import duty and other duties were exempted to them, and in this way the industrialist was able to get more and more benefit, and this helped to accumulate the wealth in few hands. Second, upper income group was getting benefits. So in some cases, not more than 10% capital was required. Only 10% capital was required for installation of the industry in some cases, while the remaining amount was provided by the financial institutions. And in this case, they also sometimes they were not spending 10%. So over invoicing system was adopted by the actors who are busy in the industrial sector. So due to over invoicing, so this amount was again back in hand of the industrialist, and he was again in position to install more industry. And profit range was allowed from 50 to 100%, and this is a very high profit rate. You cannot find in any industrial rate. In wholesale and industry, this profit range is very high, which help to accumulate the money in few hands, and which supplement to the deprivation of the marginalized. Wages were very low, although it was a time when labor unions were very active, and however, the wages remained very low in case of Pakistan. This maximized the profit of industrialists and deprived the marginalized and the important factor in the production, that was laborer man, he was deprived, he was pushed to the proletariat of the Marx. Black marketing was also there. Government price of the dollar at that time, $1 was equal to 4.25. So US dollar, $1 was equal to rupees 4.25, while in black market price was, so $1 was equal to 8.61. So these were the policies which augmented the interest of which augmented the interest of 22 families, which helped to accumulate the wealth in few hands, and this created problem because this was the time when there were conflicting ideologies, and this thing raised resentment against Ayyub Khan and 22 families. And in 1969, a powerful movement was launched by the workers and students. Students had their own views because in case of students, syndicate, composition of syndicate and senate was changed, degree rules were changed, and they said the degree will be completed within 3 years. So at that time, student was alive, and they were much more conscious about their rights. So the students and laborers, they initiated or launched a movement until the death of the Ayyub regime. So another growth rate is already discussed. In case of West Pakistan and East Pakistan. So if you will see, in West Pakistan 790 crore was spent, while in East Pakistan 42.62 crore was spent. So export from West Pakistan, exports was 655.65, while in East Pakistan 673.40. The export of East Pakistan were more than the West Pakistan. Import in West Pakistan 673.40, while imports were 324.51 in case of East Pakistan. And you see rather exports for East Pakistan were higher, while import in East Pakistan were lower. In case of West Pakistan, exports were lower as compared to East Pakistan, while import were higher as compared to West Pakistan. So this created misunderstandings, suspicions about in between two countries. So this was situation. Another, very shortly I will discuss foreign policy. In case of foreign policy, Ayyub Khan was the strong ally of the United States of America and West. So up to the war of 1965. So this was he was tied up in the alliances. And secondly, social policies, Ayyub Khan. So two policies were rather criticized by the people. Number one, family laws. According to family laws, so marriage registration and second marriage, there were few constraints about the second marriage like this. These were family laws. And family planning. So Ayyub Khan also initiated the program of the family planning, and it is interestingly, before this program, Ayyub Khan's program, the increase in the population, growth rate in the population was 2.3. After family introducing the family planning by Ayyub Khan, so this was enhanced up to 3% growth rate, 3%. So there was a competition between the people, Maulvis, and the Ayyub Khan's family planning. So this was highly criticized in Pakistan. So this was also one of the causes against a movement against the Ayyub Khan. So recommended book for this are Khalid bin Saeed, Nature and Direction of Pakistan Politics, Chapter 3, Lawrence Ziring, Ayyub Khan Era, Keith Kellard, Political History of Pakistan. Thank you very much, dear students. You can see the slides and you can write from the slides, and it will help you to understand the lecture. And if you have any question, you can ask by using various devices in which you feel comfortable. Thank you very much.